Hi, Mr. Nobody here again. So today I want to have a few words about my new gear that I mentioned. Finally got a gear that I mentioned before, that I pre-ordered it, and it's the, as you can see here, the Lumix L10. I got it all black because all my cameras are black. And but I didn't like the titanium at all version, but I liked this. Well, not aesthetically actually, but it's very handy, especially for the purpose of that I intend. Well, that according to me is the best for this camera, but we will talk about that later on. So you see the camera now, and well, as far as I'm concerned, that's it. I know. The one more thing is that, it's remarkable to see that they put, in my opinion, a nice neck strap, far better quality than what is it, the average on cameras, even if it is not the, let's say, super luxurious model of the titanium. But it is. I think it's a nice. A nice strap, one modern design with the Lumix written, so I'm very happy with that. Now, as I said, here we will not discuss about any technical details, any performance, any sensor, any image quality, any focus, any zoom speed, dimension. That's all already there online. Plenty of it. Actually, you have anything you want, right? And actually, the web is divided in two. You have the ones that most likely pay by Panasonic. Are going to tell you that this is the most fantastic camera ever made, and you will have the other half that are going to say that it's an awful camera, that Lumix made a total fucked up, a big mistake. The price is bloody expensive. It's a huge camera. It's a shame that they made such a micro four third. There is no IBIS. Blah blah. So now, I'm not paid by anybody just for, I just pay all the cameras that I own in my life, all pay by myself. I have no contact whatsoever with any of the camera manufacturer that I own. I'm Mr. Nobody. But I own the camera only a few days, so I cannot really have a very deep talk about it. The first thing is, it's a critic, but it's for all the modern cameras, actually. It's not only for the Lumix L10. The menus, guys. The menus of this modern camera, it's pure madness. You spend hours to familiarize with these cameras nowadays, I'm used now for quite a few years on Fuji cameras. Now it took me quite a while to get around that, to feel comfortable in using the menu, I must say. Now I take the Lumix, and it's a completely different menu, different terms, different setup, different allocation. So you have to get through all again the same learning curve. But there is just far too much, to choose, to set, and most of the things you never use. So I don't have an answer, but I think the camera manufacturer should look into that, because at the beginning it was nice to have a lot of things to set and choose, but now, to be honest, we go far too much in the definition of all these little things here and there. So there should be different menus, preset different set of menu, depends on which level of personalization you want to do, or which level of setting you want to do, or whatever, I don't know, but in a way or another should be simplified. Having said that, for me, I'm confident in what I'm saying when I say that this is, at least for me, the best casual travel camera ever owned by myself. I cannot say ever made, but so one thing that nobody on all these hundreds of videos online said about this camera, nobody said, guys, It's the weight. This camera is light. It's nicely built. It doesn't feel cheap, not at all. Maybe it's not a Leica feeling, but it doesn't feel cheap, not at all. And it's light. If I compare it with the X-T5 that I own, beside the lenses, because the lens is the weight of the lenses, but that's weight a ton. And when you go around with this one, this is so light, and it's a pleasure. If you go around all the day during vacation and you go casually shooting here and there with the X-T5, after the end of the day, your neck or your shoulder or your arm, you start feeling it. But this is a joy. This is really a joy. This is light. And that's number one, to me, advantage of this camera. Size-wise, I'm happy. I mean, it fits in my hand, If I really want to have something very pocketable, as I said, I have the Ricoh GR4 normal and monochrome, but doesn't have the zoom facility. So if I really want something to have in the pocket, and in any case, I don't put even the GR in the pocket myself, to be honest, never. Here I have the GR for monochrome with me, and I still it's little, yes, much little. I'm not denying it. We can even compare it, right? But okay, but even that, right? It's not that I put this one in the pocket of a jacket or a shirt. I still go around with this on my belt or in a bag. So, yeah, portability. To me, they are similar portability. This one, it's a bit lighter, but actually, don't think that it's that much lighter than this one. I mean, this was a bit heavier, yes, but yeah, not that much by comparing them. So to me, the size, it's fine, perfectly fine. But the other thing, beside the weight, that made me love this camera for casual travel, and I discovered now, and I'm still discovering because it's all new to me in a way, is the Lumix Lab app. Wow. I mean, when I travel, especially if I travel with friends or family in particular, for sure, I don't carry my laptop. I don't carry the computer with me, and I don't have much time to go into using either Capture One or a Lightroom Classic to do fine tuning of the raw pictures. I don't do. So what happened, like when I go with the Fuji, I took all the pictures during the vacation. Maybe one or two I do on Lightroom Mobile just to pause it quickly. But then I have all the backlog when I go back home, and I spend weeks and weeks, to choose the pictures, to process them, to store them, to publish them, and some post here and there. But because there is no real app. Yes, there is the Fuji app, but more to download. It's not to process anything. Straight out of camera, it's okay. I like it sometimes, but I still like to have a bit of a retouch myself. I try with the Fuji in camera editing, raw editing, but it's quite troublesome. It's lengthy. You have to go through all the things. It's not so handy. But the Lumix Lab app, besides the LUT, beside all the thing, you can do so much correction there. On either you use it on. That's what I normally bring myself. It's the with me on holiday, the tablet or even the phone. Wow! In a blink of an eye, you can edit your raw in a very nice thing, and bam, it's done. In the evening while you're having an aperitif or after dinner, before going to sleep, you go quickly through, you set up everything. And it's perfect because it is the environment for the camera. It's made for the camera, and all the settings work marvelous. So it's so easy and quick to process your pictures on the go. I don't think there is anybody else out there. No other brand can do that in such a easy, accessible, and effective way. So the weight and the Lumix Lab app are the key element that make me love this camera for casual shooting during traveling with families and friends, or free time, where it's not that every time I go out with all the gear with the only sole purpose to take pictures. Sometimes I like to go out, spend my vacation, my free time, also doing something else. In the specific, I will go in 2 weeks in Tenerife, where we will spend a lot of time diving, scuba diving, because we all three scuba dive, and also discovering the island. But yeah, between scuba diving and discovering the island, stay with the family, and eating and drinking around, is not that photography will gonna be my priority thing that will it's not gonna be something that I will be totally focused on. And also, it's not something I want to spend all my time on when I'm with my family on a scuba diving holiday. So having such a camera that where you can in the evening quickly process your pictures, go through them, just using the phone, it's to me it's fantastic. It's really a joy. So I'm very happy for this. Last but not least, two things actually. One, a lot of people, I'm not really one of those aggressive street photographer, as I call it, assaulting street photographers. I'm not an action photographer. The zoom has been criticized to be pretty slow. But to be honest, to me, it's I don't even need the setting. I can prepare before. I mean, I know, normally I start, depends the scene that I want to take. I either start wide or zoom in. So if I see something that is coming on, and before even bringing the camera to my eyes, I start zooming in. So I start with a zoom on, and then when I put on, eventually I go a little bit back. In the same way, if I see that I want to take a wide picture, because the framing is more something wide, before bringing, I put it on the wide, and then after a look, maybe I zoom a little bit in. So for me, that's not an issue. Well, then there's the other issue that has been all over the web as well, about the price. Honestly, I think it's a fair price. I don't think it's expensive, despite whatever people says. But price, I mentioned in other videos before, price, I think it's a subject that needs a dedicated video. I want to spend a few words on pricing of cameras, because the Lumix 10 is one, the GoPro Mission 1 Pro is another one that has been heavily criticized for the price. But as probably you know, out there are other cameras, even more expensive, new cameras, and nobody criticized them. So I would like to have some words on that, maybe in the next few days. And other than that, yeah, that's all I want to say. That's all. I'm very happy with my L10. I'm practicing a bit with it. So now in those days, I post some pictures here and there that I took, and they look fantastic to me. Because I want to have a bit more, be a bit more familiar with the camera for the time that I will spend soon on Tenerife, and enjoy the camera as well. So, have a nice day. Well, my pictures are in my Instagram. I have some few other dedicated picture portals. So I don't know if you're curious, you can go and see there. If you don't know, send me a message, write down a comment where you can see my pictures. And so you can see the one from Marico, GR, from Fuji, and from even GoPro. I took some pictures of GoPro, but there is the video that I think you may have seen. I posted recently about the infinity focus issue on the GoPro. That's another hype, like the prices. So that's why I wanted to have a talk about that. You can go and have a look. And for the rest, as usual, have a nice day.